Shabbat Shalom and welcome to Thought for Shabbat. This week we read from the book of Genesis, a Torah portion known as Vayetze, in which Jacob falls asleep, has a dream, and says, God was in this place and I did not know it. And he sees angels going up and down a ladder to heaven. And the Torah portion says, Vihine malachim Elohim olim v'yordim bo. And angels of God were ascending it and descending it. Time for a little Hebrew lesson. Olim is a word you might be familiar with. It means those who moved to Israel. And making an aliyah is somebody who goes up and does the blessing on the bima. Ma'alot comes from the same root. It all means to rise, to ascend, and to elevate oneself. In this story in the Bible, Jacob is considering his life, thinking about who he wants to be as a human being, and he sees these angels going up and down. But the angels going up, kind of the more important symbol of who he wants to be in living an elevated, holier life than he had been living. And I think it's the same for us. That why engage in a religious life in any way, shape, or form other than to make ourselves better, than to elevate ourselves, to elevate our spirituality, our way of thinking, our patience, our love, the way we bring blessings to the world. Being a person of faith is not about being complacent, but rather about striving. And that's why the biblical character Jacob is so important. Here he introduces the idea of ascent. And of course, that is built into the name of our congregation, Shir HaMa'alot, a song of ascent. It's also a similar word used for an elevator that goes up, for all sorts of other things that elevate and rise and really make something that is deep, but that is holy. And I guess we have to go deep within for us to reach that higher space. And the beautiful part of being a person of faith is we don't have to do it alone. We have community. We have a guidebook called the Torah. We have rituals. We have holidays. We have all the accoutrement we need to help us be people who live at a higher plane of awareness, a higher plane of understanding, a higher plane of trying to make the world what it can and ought to be instead of just of what it is. And so Jacob is our symbol for that, but each of us can take it to heart because we're part of an elevated community as well called Shir HaMa'alot. And I'm so glad you are part of the community. Amen. Please join us tonight at 6:30 for family services. It'll be a wonderful celebration of Shabbat and to hear our choir sing. It's not just for kids and families, it's for everyone who would like to come and have their spirit elevated. Have a great weekend. Take care. Be well. God bless.